This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, last session we discussed about various transformations or like filter transformation, rotor transformation, as well as sorter transformation, right? Yeah, yes, source qualifier. Actually, within these transformations, just we can process the data. Okay, data not manipulated. Okay, data is not yet calculated. Even in the source qualifier transformation, we apply joint condition. So based on the joint condition, find out the valid rows and reject the invalid rows based on the joint condition. Move that rows to the next level of the mapping. And same manner in the joiner transformation also. Based on the joint condition, select the valid rows and reject the invalid rows and move the valid rows to the next level of the mapping. And even the filter transformation also. Based on the filter condition, select the valid rows and reject the invalid rows. And the rotor transformation data will be divided in the form of groups based on group filter condition and move that respective group of rows to the respective target table. And in the sorter transformation, sort the rows either in the ascending order or descending order based on the keyboard, and at the same time, if you want to select the distinct rows, if you want to select the distinct rows from the sorter transformation, there is an option is like select distinct option. Okay, here up to now, what are the transformations are discussed within these transformations? So data not yet processed. Okay, sorry, data processed but not manipulated, not calculated. Okay, so we not yet derived any new columns. The source qualifier, joiner, filter, rotor, sorter. Within these transformations, okay, we not yet derived a new columns. Okay, so if you want to derive a new column, okay, we need to write some formulas. Write a formula to derive a new column with available input ports, available input columns. If you want to derive the output ports, then here we have one transformation to manipulate the data at very detailed level, that is expression transformation. Okay. Now we can discuss about expression transformation. Expression transformation used to manipulate the data at very detailed level in the row by row basis. The same order. The order of the rows are not changed, and the input number of rows are equal to output number of rows for the expression transformation. And in the expression transformation, we can derive the output ports with the necessary input ports. They use necessary input ports to derive the output ports with required formulas, mathematical formulas, logical formulas, any kind of formulas we can use to derive the new output ports in the expression transformation. Expression, for example, a equal to 2 and b equal to 3, then c equal to a plus b. The c is an output, okay? A and b are the inputs. Values are there. C equal to 2 and b equal to 3. A equal to 2 and b equal to 3. Then c is equal to a plus b equal to 2 plus 3 equal to 5. That means c equal to 5, right? A plus b, what is a plus b? It's an arithmetic operation. A minus b, what is a minus b? Arithmetic operation. A by b, what is A by B? Arithmetic operation. And A into B, it is also arithmetic operation. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, these are called as arithmetic operations. These arithmetic operations are also called as expressions. Okay, we can call them as expressions. Expression means, for example, z equal to f of x comma y equal to x plus y. What is f of x or f of x comma? That is a function. Function represents expression actually. X plus y is an expression. It's an operation, also called as expression. So that's why here we can use one transformation to write the expressions to calculate the data at very detailed level by using arithmetic operations. Okay, here using arithmetic operations, calculate the values at very detailed level. Okay, at very detailed level. A plus B, A minus B, A into B, A by B, these are called as arithmetic operations. Okay, also called as in data version point of view, arithmetic operations also called as additive measures. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, these are called as additive measures. If you want to derive the output ports using additive measures, then we can use expression transformation. Okay, now we can discuss about expression transformation to derive the output ports with the necessary additive measures are like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay. not only arithmetic operations, but also we can process the data at a very detailed level while deriving the new output ports. We need to process the data at a very detailed level using expression only. Okay. In the Robero basis, if you want to process the data in the Robero basis, the necessary formulas while deriving the output ports, then you can go for expression only. Okay. Expression is one of the important transformations. Expression transformation. Okay. Now we can discuss about expression transformation. So first connect to the repository. After that, select your repository folder and expand. Training is our repository folder. Okay. Here in this, up to now we created 2 mappings up to now. Now we can create a new mapping. So within the new mapping, we use expression transformation to process the data at a very detailed level. Source analyzer. First we can select source analyzer tool. Okay, here assume this is our source. Okay. And find out your target table. Here our target table is okay. Otherwise, we can create a new target table. Okay. If you don't have a target table, you can derive a new target table. The target tables are derived from sources with some changes. Okay, we can derive the targets from the sources. Assume this is our source. Based on the source, we can derive a target table, the target designer like this. Simply drag and drop. Okay. And change the name and add new columns if needed. Right? Click on edit, click on rename, and give the title like within this table we need to give employee details as well as their employee salary details also. Give the title like this. Okay. Click on OK. And here you can add a column that is ETCL. On the particular position, we can add a new column here. 8th position, we are adding new column. Name of the column is like ETCL. The ETCL column is not available in the source. Okay, it is a amount. ETCL is a measure. It's an amount. That's why we can use the scale also to get the decimal values. Now click on apply. Click on apply. If you are creating a new target table in the target designer tool, then once we create a target table, then we need to generate the SQL script for the target table and run the script in the database. Execute that script in the database, target database, through data source name. We use data source name related to target and enter username password for that respective data source. Click on connect. Using these details only, our system will connect to the target. It was connected to the target. Now generate from all tables and selected tables are there. Here, if you have set of tables in the target designer tool, out of all tables, if you want to generate the SQL script for the few number of tables, select the few number of tables like this. This is selected. Same manner, select the remaining tables also if needed. Then select the radio button of selected tables. So for all tables, generate the script for selected tables only. Now here, generation option create table with primary key. If it is a new table for the target, just you can click on generate and execute. Here, see here file mktables.sql. It is a file to save the script of the table. Script, we generated a script, right? With the name is like mktables.sql. Already with that name, script file is already created. Here we don't want to keep that script within that respective file, mktables.sql. We don't want to keep the script for permanent manner. We can overwrite it, no issue. Click on OK. Okay, but here clearly you can observe here in the output window, script is generated. See here, script is generated successfully, but while running the script, with this name, table already existed. That's why what we need to do, we can drop it. Drop the table. Click on generate and execute again. Now table is dropped and recreated. You can find out here. Script is generated and first of all drop the table with the same name, table is existed. First of all drop the table and create the table. Okay, close it. The target table is also created. Now here what we need to do, source is available, target is also available. Okay, now we can create a mapping. Go to mapping designer tool. If you have a target table target table is created by the data modeler as per the business requirement. Okay. For that target, what are the sources are needed? You can find the sources also, and you can try to understand them in the source analyzer tool. You can read the structure of the source in the source analyzer tool before create the mapping in the mapping designer tool. The source is available, target is also available. Then create a mapping in the mapping designer. Right now we are in the mapping designer. Click on go to mapping tab, click on create and enter the name of the mapping m_emp_et_cell map. Give the title line. Click on OK. The mapping name is given. Next select source, then drag and drop to mapping design. Next select target, drag and drop to mapping design. The source is available, target is also available. What is the next step here? From the source, extract the data, to the target, load the data. Clearly you can observe here in the source qualifier transformation 8 ports are available, that 8 columns are available in the target also except ET cell. Okay, what is ET cell? We need to know what is ET cell. ET cell means employees total salary. Okay, here how to calculate ET cell. The ET cell means employees total salary, and how to calculate means calculate ET cell for each employee based on his salary as well as commission. That means we can add salary to the commission as ET cell. Okay. Okay, ET cell equal to sal plus commission. It's an arithmetic addition. Okay, where we can derive that one, where we can do the arithmetic operations to manipulate the data at very detailed level using expression transformation. Within the expression transformation, we can manipulate the data at very detailed level using arithmetic operations. Okay. Here in the expression transformation, data processed at very detailed level in the row by row basis, the same order. For every, here we can calculate ET cell for every employee. For every employee, we can calculate ET cell. That's why how many number of employee details are available in the source. For all employees, we need to calculate ET cell and keep that employee details as well as their ET cell to their respective target. Okay. Now here, see here this is f of x. It is an expression transformation. The symbol of the expression transformation is f of x. Okay. Select expression transformation from the transformation bar, then place the cursor on workspace. Now here it is an empty transformation. Now select the necessary ports from the source qualifier, then drag and drop to expression transformation line. Drag and drop to expression transformation. So by default, all ports are treated as IO ports, same as like filter transformation, sorter transformation. Okay, input ports as well as output ports by default. All ports are treated as IO ports. Now here, what we need to do, as per the requirement, we can derive necessary ports that are output ports. Okay. Now we need to derive output ports in the expression transformation. Double click on expression, go to port step. Here we need to derive a port after commission. That's why place a cursor on commission. Click on add a new port to this transformation and enter the name of the port. Name of the port is like ET cell. And here input is decimal. Okay, here if you want to use the arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, if operands are decimal or number, then only we can do the arithmetic operations. Otherwise, we can't do the arithmetic operations. We can't edit, we can't subtract if operands are not numbers. Okay. Here, salary and commission, these two are numbers. Decimal means numbers. Okay. Now here output is also number, decimal. Now here it is a by default. If you added any port, that port is also treated as IO port. IO port is available to connect to the previous level as well as next level of the mapping, but it is an output port. It's not an IO port. That's why uncheck this input port. If you want to derive an output port, then uncheck input port. Okay. The uncheck input port to derive as an output port. Next, go to once we can place the cursor on right hand side of the respective port. Here down arrow mark display. It is edit expression option. Okay, click on edit expression, then expression editor window display. Within this editor window, we have formula window. This is the formula window. Within the formula window, we can write a formula. If you want to write a formula, then go to port step. This is a sal plus commission. So we can add salary to the commission as an ET cell. Now click on validate. Click on OK. Okay. Now click on apply. Click on OK. Okay. In this manner, we can derive the output ports with necessary formulas in the expression transformation. Okay. Here, if you don't have inputs, then we don't create output ports. We don't create the output ports without input ports. Sometimes we can create as per the target needs, because that is not came from the source. Pseudo columns. Sometimes we can create pseudo columns also expression transformation. But here ET cell is not a pseudo column. It is the column derived to calculate ET cell from the input ports are like cell and commission as ET cell. Now connect the output ports of expression to the input ports of the target like this. Okay. Now mapping is completed. Once mapping is completed, then validate it. Save the mapping to the repository. Okay. Once it was saved, then we can test it. If we want to test it, then we can go to workflow manager. Now the workflow manager tool connect to the same repository with the username and password. Once connected, select same repository folder again. Select same repository folder and expand. And then go to workflow designer tool. Here, this is the workflow designer tool. Within this tool, we can create a new workflow. Go to workflows tab, click on create, and enter the name of the workflow wf underscore emp underscore etc. Then click on OK. Now here, see here, start task is created, and now create session task. So run the current map. This is our current map. Click on OK. Now session task is created. Now what is the next step here? We can link start task with the session task by using link task like this. Once link is established, then double click on the session task, go to mapping tab. Then here we can specify the location of the source as well as target. Source is from this card. Target is available in the database. The target table contains primary key, that's why it was target load type as normal instead of bulk because of primary key. Click on apply, click on OK. Now validate the workflow, then save to the repository. So after that, start the workflow and observe the status in workflow monitor tool. Here task is completed successfully through our current workflow. Then observe here 14 rows extracted and 14 rows loaded to the target. From the source, 14 rows extracted from the source. To the target, 14 rows are inserted via this expression transformation. That means input is 14, output is also 14. Okay, here that's why here expression is a password transformation. Because of expression transformation, there is no chance to reduce the number of output ports. The input number of rows are equal, sorry, output number of rows, not ports. There is no chance to reduce the output number of rows. Output number of rows are equal to input number of rows, not ports, rows, records. Okay, that's why here expression is a password transformation. Here in the expression transformation, data processed at very detailed level at the row by row basis. No rows are reduced in the expression transformation. But here you can preview the data loaded in the target table through this expression transformation. What happened? So 14 number of rows are loaded, expected number of rows are loaded, but we need to find out whether that rows are loaded to the target in the correct manner or not, values are correct or not, because of if we derived new output ports in the expression transformation. So through that new output ports, whether we can get the correct output or not, we need to check. If we can preview the data, see here, we added salary to the commission as an ET cell. What happened here? For the first row, salary is 3,200, but commission is null. So whenever we added not null value to the null value, then output is also null. Null means it's not zero. Zero is not a null value. It is an odd null value. It has some identification. The zero has identity. Null value has no identity. Okay, in the database, if no value inserted, there is a null value. No value inserted for any column, the database, there is a null value is inserted by default by the system. Null value is unknown value. If we added any not null value with unknown value, again we can get unknown value only, not null value. Don't expect the not null value. Only unknown value, null value again. Output is also null. If you added any value with null value, output is also null. Okay, we don't get the not null value. Okay, but here these results are not yet satisfied. Business users are not satisfied with these results. Whereas our target tables are available for reporting. So what they are expecting, business users don't know about the null value. What happened here for that respective column, null values are inserted. They don't know. But what they are expecting, okay, if there is no value for any column, while adding that column to the any other not null column, they are expecting not null values only. For example, salary of the first employee is 3,200, no commission for that respective employee. But whenever we added 3,200 to the null value, they are expecting 3,200. But there is null value. Instead of 3,200, there is a null value is inserted for each cell. The business users are not satisfied with the null values. They are satisfied with the not null values only. That's why what we need to do here, as an ETL developer, we need to do one thing. Here, if commission has null values, then replace that null values are 0. You need to replace with before add them to the salary. That's why double click on expression where we derived that port in the expression transformation. Go to ports tab. Here this is the ET cell. Okay, here there is no problem with the salary. Every employee is working for salary. That's why salary is always not null. Okay, employees are never joined in any organization for incentives or commissions. They are joining for particular salary and they are expecting commissions also based on their performance. They are expecting commissions also. But every employee joined in any organization for salary only. Commission is an extra income. Okay. Here we are adding commission to the salary. So whenever we are adding commission to the salary, if commission has null values, even though salary is not null value, again we can get null value as an output. That's why here we can do one thing. Here we can write a statement is called as decode statement. Here we can decode the data of the commission. Here if commission has null value, then replace it with 0, otherwise don't replace. We can write the formula like this, decode statement. If commission has null value, then replace it with 0 or any other not null value. 0 is a not null value, it's not a null value. Okay, here we need to replace it with 0 or we can replace with any other not null value. Otherwise, if commission has not null value, then don't replace. We can keep commission. If commission has null value, then replace with 0, otherwise don't replace. Okay. Now click on validate. Okay. Now click on apply. Click on apply. Here, mapping is modified. That's why again, validate the mapping, revalidate the mapping, and save to the repository. So these changes are initially inserted. Sorry, initially mapping is inserted to the repository. Now it was updated. Clearly can observe here. Parsing completed with no errors. The mapping is valid and the mapping is updated. Where the repository is like this is the repository. Our repository is info_rep and folder is training. So within this place, our repository, our mapping was updated. Now, if the mapping is updated, again go to workflow manager. Right click on associate session task and click on refresh mapping. Whenever we click on refresh mapping on that respective task, then changes are reflected like this. Okay. Now data already loaded to the target. That's why what we need to do, we can truncate the data. Because of if you are not enable this truncate option, what happened? Our system is unable to insert the already loaded data to the target. Data already loaded. If you are working with the same data came from the source again, what happened? Due to primary key issue, primary key was failed. Primary key was fired because of our system will try to insert the same values for the primary key available in the target. That's why that all rows are rejected. Here, instead of reject the rows, first of all remove the already loaded rows because of already loaded rows has some issues, null value issues are there. That's why we can remove it and insert as a new data for the target by using this truncate target option. We can apply. We can apply. I can validate. Save to the repository. So this workflow already available in the workflow monitor tool. Now just right click on the session task and click on restart task. The 14 rows extracted and 14 rows loaded to the target. Now clearly can observe here whether system is eliminated null values or not. You can observe. Again, right click on the target table, click preview data, and enter the ODBC data source details. Commission has null value. That null value will be replaced with 0 by using decode statement, and 3200 plus 0 is equal to 3200, 3200. Okay. But for second row, both are not null. If the commission has null value, then replace with 0. Otherwise, don't replace. That means commission has not null value for second row. 3000. 3500 plus 3000 equal to 3800. Okay, in that manner, data inserted to the target. Okay. This is the information about expression transformation. Expression transformation process the data at a very detailed level by using necessary arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, or any other statements and functions to do the work at very detailed level. Okay. So now we can discuss about actually in the expression transformation data processed in the row by row basis at very detailed level. That means to the target very detailed data is loading, very detailed data. Okay, detailed data is not suitable for analysis. Okay, detailed data is not suitable for analysis. That's why what we need to do, we can go for summarized data. That means we need to aggregate the data. The detailed data is not suitable for analysis. That's why we can convert the detailed data to the summarized format by using aggregated transformation. For analysis point of view, what we need to do, read the detailed data from the source and convert the detailed data to the summarized format, then insert the data to the respective target. Okay. Now we can discuss about aggregated transformation. The expression transformation data processed at very detailed level, but in the aggregated transformation data processed at summarized manner. Okay, for aggregated transformation, input is very detailed and output is summarized. Okay, now we can discuss about aggregated transformation. So first of all, select the target table. The same mapping we can build the logic. We don't want to build a separate logic for that aggregated needs, because of for detailed data as well as summarized data, source is same. First of all, read the data from the detailed source. After that, process that at very detailed level as well as summarized manner. Okay. Now we can select the source. Sorry, we can select the target from the repository navigator, then drag it up to map designer. Not this one. Now you can select a target table from the source. Select a target table from the target database. Our target database, the warehouse is our target database. From that warehouse, select the necessary target tables through ODBC data source and import them. Okay. Within this target table, we not only keep the DT cell, we need to keep DAV cell also, department average salary. Now go to mapping designer, select target table, then drag it up to workspace of mapping design in this machine drag it. Next here, what we need to do here, within this target table, we can keep summary data. We can keep aggregated data within this target table based on department number. Okay, as per the requirement, what we need to do here, we can use aggregated transformation. Use aggregated transformation to convert detailed data to the summary format. From our source, we can get detailed data. To the target, we need to insert the data in the summary manner. That means convert the detailed data to the summary format. How to do that one? Then here you can use aggregated transformation. It is a sigma symbol. It is an aggregator. Select it from the transformation bar and place the custom workspace. Now, first of all, as per the requirement, what we need to do, what are the ports are needed, you can select that ports and drag and drop to aggregator transformation like this. Okay. So that's the ports from the source to drag and drop to aggregator transformation. And within this aggregator transformation, what we need to do, the actual cell is an input port. It's not needed for the target. Now, as per the requirement, you can derive the output ports. What are the ports are needed here? Two ports are needed. One is AT cell and another one is DAV cell. DT cell as well DAV cell. Both are this one. Okay. And here these two are the output ports. They derived two output ports here. That's why uncheck input ports to define as an output ports. Now for ET cell, how to calculate ET cell? Each cell equal to sum of cell. Here we can use aggregate function like sum. Sum of cell is equal to DT cell. Next to DAV cell. DAV cell means AVG of cell is equal to DAV cell. Okay. And here we can calculate DT cell as a DA cell based on group effort. Here the department number is a group effort. We enable group effort the department number. Now click on apply. So through this aggregator transformation, input is detailed and output is summarized. You can convert detailed data to the summarized format by using aggregator transformation based on group efforts. Okay. Now connect the output ports of aggregator transformation to the input ports of the task. Yes, ma'am. See here, through one pipeline, data processed at detail level, and through another pipeline, data processed at summarized level. Okay. Detailed as well as summarized. Finally, our target made is detailed data as well as summarized data in two tables. Okay. Now here again validate the mapping. Save the map to the repository. Here we modified existing mapping. We added extra logic in the existing map. That's why right click on the set session task and click on refresh mapping and changes are reflected. Now double click on the session task. Go to mapping tab for this second also. It was succeeded. The task is succeeded. Now go to run properties and you can enter here. 14 rows extracted, 17 rows loaded to the target. 17 rows means here we have two target tables. One target table is loaded with at very detailed level, second target table is loaded at summarize level. You can go to statistics also. The statistics clearly can observe here. The 3 rows are extracted to the aggregate target table, 14 rows are extracted to the detailed target table. Here we have two target tables, one is detailed one, another one is summarized one. The detailed target table loaded at very detailed level, and the summarizer, see here second target table is the aggregate target table which is loaded to maintain summarizing data. The 3 rows are inserted. Because of based on department number, aggregate the data based on department number. Based on department number, system will aggregate the data and insert the data to the next level of the map. Okay. There are 3 departments. That's why you are getting 3 rows after aggregation from the aggregator transformation. Okay. Cool. This is the information about expression transformation as well as aggregator transformation. The expression transformation is used to process that at very detailed level. Aggregator transformation is used to process the data at summarize level. Okay. For expression transformation, input number of rows are equal to output number of rows. Whereas for aggregator, input number of rows are not equal to output number of rows. The expression is a passive transformation. Aggregator is an active transformation. Okay. So after know what we discussed, if you have any questions, then you can ask me.
Now, actually, what are the transformation made here? We know the properties. So, properties of the
Hmm.
all transformations.
Yeah, we can discuss. Okay, properties, common properties are there in the some transformations. One by one we can discuss. First of all, we can discuss about mechanism. After that, we can discuss about properties also. Properties of the each transformation. Okay.
Yes.
For
Means,
example, here,
uh,
yeah, here we have a property, only one property here, tracing level for expression. Okay. So whereas for this aggregator, find out here. This is the properties. Here tracing level again. It is repeated here. I'll explain what is test, what is normal, what is verbose installation, what is verbose data. We can discuss clearly. Okay, here we have a concept, memory management concept. We can discuss about within that type. Okay, here this is the sorted input option. We have a requirement as per that requirement. At a time you don't discuss all. Okay,
okay.
take the
First,
transformation,
first of all,
discuss all. That is not correct.
so first of all, we'll
Okay, here
complete then mechanism, then we'll come to properties.
properties. Okay, one
Because
by one we can.
I went through something, then I
Mm.
came across one logic like
Mm.
cache memory. Then I thought cache memory, what is that?
I'll explain what is cache memory,
Uh,
what is buffer memory. I'll explain clearly, not now. While discussing about memories, within that time we can discuss. I can take a session for only for memories. Okay.
okay. Hmm.
Okay.
And
Here,
in
yes.
source qualifier also one doubt is there.
What is
Thing is
that?
that pre-SQL post-SQL.
I can explain those also. What is pre-SQL? What is post-SQL? When we can write the pre-SQLs and post-SQLs, we'll discuss clearly. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Just wait. Okay. One by one in our training, I can cover each and every concept. Okay.
Okay.
Pre-SQL, post-SQL for the source, and pre-SQL, post-SQL for the target also there, not only for source. But
Okay.
target here, it is not visible to us here. It's not
Hmm.
visible here. So that is visible in the properties. For any target, pre-SQL, post-SQL available for any target. See, there is a pre-SQL, post-SQL for target also, not only for source. Okay. For source, pre-SQL, post-SQL is available, and at the same time for target also, pre-SQL, post-SQL is available. See, there is a pre-SQL. You can read this one here. SQL statements are executed using the source database connection before pipeline run. What is pipeline mapping? So before mapping run, yeah, based on the source database connection, if you entered any source, if you entered any SQL query here at the pre-SQL level, you entered any SQL statement, that SQL statement will be executed based on the source database connection before pipeline. Okay, this is the post SQL. if you entered any query here, SQL query here, SQL statement here, if you entered any SQL query here, the PostgreSQL level, that query will be executed using source database connection after pipeline. After pipeline means after mapping is executed, then that query will be executed. PostgreSQL query was executed in the source based on source database connection after pipeline. Okay. And for target also, before pipeline run and after pipeline run, for targets also.
So we'll cover this later.
Yes, yes. See here, you can read this one. SQL statements are executed using target database connection before pipeline. Okay, here SQL statement executed target database connection after pipeline. Okay. We'll discuss clearly about them.
Okay, okay.
Scenarios. Some scenarios are there. Within the scenarios, we can discuss about PSQL, PostgreSQL for the source qualifier, PSQL, PostgreSQL for the target. Okay. Okay. Now we can discuss about other transformation, some other transformation. Name of the transformation is sequence generator. Sequence generator transformation. Actually, in the real time, don't use primary key of the source as a primary key of the target. Actually, see here is the EMP table. From this EMP table, our system will retrieve data at very detailed level. This is the primary key. Here it is the primary key. Employee number is the primary key for the source. That should be defined as a primary key of the target also. The primary key of the source is treated as a primary key in the target. Okay. But in real time, don't use primary key of the source as a primary key in the target. We can create our own primary key that is called a surrogate key and use primary key of the source as a natural key in the target. Don't define that one as a primary key, just define it as a natural key, or you can leave it as a normal column. But don't define as a primary key. Here we can create our own primary key in the target type that is called a surrogate key. Okay, we can call it as a surrogate key. Surrogate key also called warehouse key. For that column, for that surrogate key column, how to generate the sequence of values through sequence generator transformation. Okay, now we can discuss about sequence generator transformation. Okay, the same mapping also we can use sequence generator. Within this target table, don't use primary key as the source as a primary key target. Don't use this. It's a not a column, not a key column. That means it's a not key column. And we can create our own primary key that is called as warehouse key. Okay. Data type is number and it is a primary key. Okay. Here our target table is modified. That's why again we can generate a SQL script. Okay. Now go to mapping designer. Here see here. If you are not connected any port to the primary key available target, no rows are inserted. Simply all rows are rejected because of primary key. For primary key, compulsory insert the values while inserting the rows to the target. You need to generate the values while inserting rows to the target. How to generate the values by using sequence generator transformation. Now we can discuss about sequence generator transformation. Sequence generator transformation used to generate the sequence of values for the primary key available in the target during the insertion of the rows. While inserting the rows to the target, then sequence generator generates the sequence of values for each row inserted to the target. Okay. Now we can discuss about sequence generator. See the 1, 2, 3 symbol is that it is a sequence generator transformation. Selected from the transformation bar that place the custom workspace. It has 2 output ports. No input ports are available. It has 2 output ports. Data type is big N for that respective output ports. Next value as well curve value. 2 output ports are there. Here, so which one is actually here we have 2 output ports, but in the target we have only one warehouse key. Then which one is the mandatory one? Next value curve value. Next value is the mandatory column. Compulsory you can use next value column. Don't use curve value column without using next value column. Okay, here you can use next value column without using curve value also. For curve value, no values are generated incrementally if next value column is not used. Okay, if next value call is used to connect to the primary key available in the target table, then we can use curve value to connect to the primary key available in some other target table. Okay. So don't connect next one curve value to the same target table. Don't connect. Connect next one port to the one target table and curve value port to the other target table. Now connect the next 12 port. Select next 12 port from sequence generator and connect to the primary cable in the target. Okay. Using this sequence generator transformation, generate the sequence of values for the primary cable in the target. How to generate? That double click on the sequence generator, go to properties. You can find out here current value equal to 1 and increment value equal to 1. That means how values are generated based on current value as an increment value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In that manner, sequence of values are generating for the primary key available in the target until reach this maximum value. This is the end value. This is the current value, incremental value, and end value. So once it was reached to the highest value, again it is reset to 0 automatically. Once it reset to 0, again starts from 1, current value 1. Okay. Now, for example, if you want to start from 100, enter 100 and increment by 100. That's the requirement. Click on apply, click on. Next, validate, then save to the repository. So right click on session task because of the mapping changes are applied. We added a new transformation. It is a sequence generator transformation. So now it was completed successfully. You can find out here port rows extracted and port 7 rows loaded to the target. For first target table, we connected X12 port to the primary cable in the target table. Yeah. So see here how that values are generated 100, 200, 300, 400 for 40 those 1400. The values are generated like this from the sequence generator transformation. So this is the information about sequence generator transformation. So for everyone, if you want to get from the beginning, then there is an option like reset option. Whenever you enable this option, then here it always starts from the beginning value only. If you enable this option, reset option, it starts from the beginning. For example, in the initial run, 100 employee details are inserted. For that 100 employees, primary values are generated like 1 to 100, assume like that. Okay, again, when you can enable this reset option, again it starts from the 1 only. Okay, that is the reset option. So do you have any questions? Then you can ask me.
Another one is a cycle.
Cycle, nothing is there. Cycle in the sense, here you're asking about cycle, right? Here, a cycle in the sense, again, it starts from the beginning. Cycle in the sense. Once it is completed, then it starts from the beginning again. And number of cached values by default 0 is there. For example, here I entered 25. For example, number of cached values at a time 25. Okay, for the 25, it allocates the space to hold that value and generate the values up to that value hold in the cache memory. Okay. Again, if you enable this cycle option, cycle in the sense continuous. Okay, after 25 rows, again it is continuing, or rather after CF 1400, right? Final one, 1400. Again, if you can, if you enable the cycle option, cycle in the sense what difference is there? Cycle to recycle difference is there. Cycle in the sense continuation. Continue the work if you enter the cycle, but that is an optional. That is not mandatory. Okay, without enabling a cycle option, system will do that work. Okay, cycle work. And there is a reset option. When you can enable reset option, again it starts from beginning. Whenever you can run the map, it starts from the beginning only. Okay, if you are not able to reset option, it starts from the last value. The last value plus new value. Okay. Okay, up to now, what are the transformations are created? All transformations are non-reusable transformations because of the transformations are created in the mapping. Okay, and these transformations are not available for reusability. Up to now, what are the transformations we created except source qualifier? Source qualifier is always the non-reusable transformation. Okay, we can't use source qualifier as a reusable transformation because that is a non-reusable transformation. Okay, here up to now, what are the transformations are created? All transformations are non-reusable transformations. Okay, because of that are created itself in the mapping designer. If the transformations are created in the transformation developer, then we can call them as reusable transformations. Okay, here if any transformation was created in the transformation developer available for reusability. Okay, the transformation is available for reusability. We can use the transformation in any number of mappings if needed. Okay. So tomorrow's class we can continue to discuss about reusability as well non-reusability. Okay, here just I given only definition. What is non-reusable? What is reusable? Okay, if any transformation was created in the transformation developer, then the transformation is available for reusability. Okay, if the transformation is created in the mapping designer, not available for reusability. The reusability లేకపోయినా కానీ, for example, this is the aggregator transformation. It is a non-reusable transformation because of it is created in the mapping designer. Okay, now if the logic of this aggregator transformation needed for some other mapping, then simply what we need to do, if there is a make reusable option, we can enable make reusable option. If we enable this make reusable option, then our current transformation was converted into reusable transformation. That means that is available for further changes in the transformation developer only, not in the mapping design. Okay. By that make reusable option, we are converting the current transformation into a reusable transformation, but that is not reversible. Okay. So tomorrow's class we can continue to discuss about how to create the reusable transformations in the transformation developer, reusable maplets in the maplet designer tool. Okay, here we have a maplet designer. The maplet designer tool allows you to create a maplet with a set of transformations for reusability, set of transformations. Okay. Okay, then you can go for reusability. If you have similar kind of requirement, then you can go for reusability. That means create reusable transformations and reusable maplets. Okay.
When I didn't get
What?
reasonable when
Similar kind of requirements.
okay.
If you have similar kind of requirements, then we can go for reusability. Otherwise, we don't want to go for reusability. If you don't have similar kind of needs, then don't create the transformations in the transformation developer. That is not necessary. Okay. We can create them itself in the mapping designer. Okay. When a transformation was created in the mapping designer tool, that is not available for reusability. If needed for reusability, just we can enable make reusable option. Okay, when we enable make reusable option, then current transformation is converting into reusable transformation. So we can make non-reusable as a reusable one, but we can't reverse it from reusability to not reusable, not reversible. Okay.
So almost we have
This
completed seven transformation.
almost source qualifier, joiner, expression, aggregator, filter, rotor, sorter, and this sequence generated transfer. Totally 8 transformations are completed. Okay.
So
Up to now.
using this eight transformation, any assignment you have? I mean something to create map.
Assignments in the sense, first of all you can practice. After that I can give the assignments. Okay, practice more important. I don't know how much you are practicing. So first of all, what we are discussing in our training, you can practice yourself. Once you got the hands-on, then if I give any assignment, then you can do that one. Okay, I can give the assignments, not now. I don't give the assignments for the transformations. I can give the assignments on scenarios.
Okay.
We can practice transformations first with saved logics. What
Got
are the
it. Got it.
logics we designed? You can go through the videos and build the logics again in your system. Okay, one or more times you can practice them. Okay, once practice is completed, then I can give the scenarios. I can give the I can give the assignments, scenario-oriented assignments, not individual transformation assignments. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, here remaining transformations are completed, then you can go for scenarios. Then at that time I can give the assignments.
Okay.
Okay. You can build the entire scenario with
Mhm.
some set of transformations. Okay.
And do you have that one
Hmm.
any detail post detail document?
Yeah, I'll send that documents to you. Okay, through mail I can send it to you. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm. I'll send it to you.
yeah. Today
Okay,
this
we have
video and
material.
that one.
Hmm. Yes, I'll send you that video also. Okay. Yesterday also I sent that video, right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yesterday you sent.
Yes, today's session also I'll send it to you. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, then we'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow at same time.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.